Hello and welcome. My name is Liyan Zhao. I'm the VP of China Operations at OpenJaw. And like Brian was saying, at OpenJaw, as we reinvent retail, we have a very strong focus on China. And that's because the travel landscape is changing, driven by the shift of consumer spending power from the West to the East. By 2030, Asia's middle-class consumer spending power will reach 32.9 trillion US dollars, 5 times of North America's and 3 times of Europe's. In the next 20 years, Boeing is forecasting the new delivery of 16,970 new aircrafts to Asia, whereas the region currently has 6,400 aircrafts. And the majority of these new aircrafts will go to China. On China, China's international outbound tourists was numbered at 120 million in 2015. However, that number will almost double to 238 million by the end of 2020. So we'll see some tremendous growth in the Chinese tourism industry over the next few years. Another reason we need to focus on China as we reinvent retail is that China, in many ways, is actually leading the world on innovation. And I'll give you a couple examples of that. In 2016, last year, the US processed 110 billion US dollars of mobile payment. However, China processed 5.5 trillion. So 50 times of that of the United States, and that's last year. And in fact, mobile payment in China is ubiquitous. You can make mobile payment at hotels, restaurants, supermarkets, convenience stores, food stores on the street. Even the beggars on the street in China take mobile payment for donations. So China is well ahead on the mobile payment side. So what about other mobile technologies? So recently, Apple has recorded another dip in their iPhone sales in China in the last quarter. And one of the main reasons cited by Apple was that the mobile operating system in China is not iOS, not Android, but it's actually WeChat. WeChat, if you haven't heard before, is a super app that lives on your phone. It's developed by a company called Tencent in China. And you can do pretty much anything within WeChat, from socializing with your friends, reading news, to making hospital appointments, ordering taxis, ordering takeaways, pretty much anything. And the best part of it all is that you can pay for all these products and services with the built-in payment function. You never need to leave the app, which is why there are over 780 million daily active users on WeChat. And most of them spend over 90 minutes on it every day. So these are only a couple examples how China is leading the world in terms of innovation. However, to really fully understand and appreciate the magnitude of these changes and their impacts, you really need to be in China. So as Kieran mentioned earlier, we are opening OpenJaw China in the city of Dalian. And if you happen to be around, you're more than welcome to pay a visit to us. Dalian, apart from its vibrant cultures, beautiful scenery, and clean air, is also well known and highly regarded for its IT capabilities. Our office is based in the Dalian Software Park, which is actually one of the very first software parks ever set up in China back in the early 1990s. At the beginning, it served as an outsourcing base for Japanese and Korean companies. Later on, since 2000, it has also been providing IT services to Europe and America. And over the last 25 years, Dalian has developed this comprehensive ecosystem around the IT industry, fostering a large pool of highly talented IT professionals. So combining that and with our forecasted business growth in the region, we are pleased to say that we'll be having up to 100 people in Dalian in the next 3 years. So OpenJaw China is wholly owned subsidiary of OpenJaw. It will be mostly doing R&D activities on our Chinese version of the platform, which is codenamed Dragonfly. At OpenJaw, with our Western heritage and close ties to China, we are uniquely positioned to pollinize between the West and the East on industry trends, best practices, and technological innovations. And the Dragonfly is a prime example of that. With Dragonfly, we bring to China international best practices, technological innovations, and as we deploy Dragonfly to the Chinese market, we take what we learned from China and make them available to our international customers around the world. Dragonfly has a fully integrated supply of air hotel payment and is fully localized in terms of languages and also in features, which reduces standard go-live to 6 months. Actually, Dragonfly has been in action in China since 2015 with our first Chinese airline customer, Hainan Airlines.